What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 41 of the Lured Up podcast, where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. I'm one of your hosts, Ken Pescator, joined by my co-host Adam Tuttle and Melissa Pescator. Guys, how the hell are you?
Oh, hello.
She's
Hello.
She's clearly Mrs. Doubtfire today. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/GottaWatchEmAll. You can become a supporter of this show for as little as $1 a month, and that $1 will get you access to our Patreon-exclusive Discord, which is a very fantastic place filled with very fantastic people.
Sure is.
I know, Jersey J just posted in there.
He's blowing the phone up. I gotta, you know what? I gotta turn notifications off. I gotta go into...
Thanks, Jersey J.
I gotta go into Do Not Disturb for recording. But I do want to give a shout out to our Lured Up supporter tier patrons, Terry, Jay, MPitts, Jessica, Brittany, Matt, and Keith. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you very much.
Rock.
And then on today's episode, we are going to have a news roundup. We had our Go Fest recap last week that pretty much took up the entire show. We were just talking shop and telling stories and all that stuff. MPitts, thanks again for coming on the show. It was a great episode. When I listened to it back, I was like, all right, this was cool. It was fun to have another hardcore player on. But we're going to round up all the news from the past week post Go Fest, and kind of everyone's in that withdrawal mode right now, so the game is still chugging along. We'll cover friendship, gifting, lucky Pokemon trading. Raikou is our new research breakthrough Pokemon for August, so by the time this podcast is released, if you accept any breakthrough boxes in August, it will be Raikou. This is good news because we're going to talk about where Snorlax kind of fit into the mix. I know Melissa was happy about it. I mean, I was happy about it too. But,
I loved him.
But it was weird that, they went from the legendary birds, then to Snorlax, and now we're back at legendary. So we'll talk about that dynamic. I've been saying it for freaking months, but it's now time to start prepping for Gen 4, and we have some reasons to believe that this is going to be happening sooner than later. And then we're going to end the show with an Alolan Marowak raid guide and battle party. I still have not freaking done one. The hell is wrong with me?
I know, I haven't even seen one.
Dude, I've seen them. It's just, my schedule has been all fucked up. I can't raid. I haven't done any raiding, and it's like, sucks. Anyway, today's Sunday, July 29th, 2018. How was your week? I feel like we recorded just a couple days ago. It was last Wednesday we recorded.
Yeah.
So,
this week has been kind of slow in the world of Pokemon. I mean, there was an exciting thing that happened at night one time. But we'll get into that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know. I follow our own social media. I've seen it.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's been kind of slow. I haven't been able to raid. I've just been working really hard. Like, I've been working like 40 plus hours. So it's like
work. That magic happen.
Work.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of like open and close shifts, so it's just been hard to do any raids.
Bro, I feel you, man. I've been shorthanded at work, so my schedule's been all over the place. And when you got to do like a 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and an hour commute in each way, it's like, man, 14 hours that I'm just locked out of the game. It sucks.
Yeah, and my manager's been on vacation, so
I could go plus when I'm in the building though, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, same here, but I haven't been like so excited about go plussing because I'd rather like shiny check, and even that's been becoming mundane almost.
Oh shit!
What?
Yo, Adam needs
I just need a shiny. That's all I'm saying.
You need a shot in the arm, exactly.
Remember how we put my tinfoil hat on, and I was like, "Yeah, the same area." I've been at work a lot more, like this whole past week, and it's like I've seen Roselia, Swablu, Murkrow, just all up the wazoo, and not a single shiny. I still don't have a shiny Roselia. Like, are you kidding me?
All right, yo, before...
Oh, my God,
before
really?
What?
You
Me?
complaining about shinies.
I'm not complaining.
The king of shinies. No, not you.
Is that the internet? Hi, internet. Welcome to the podcast.
Exactly.
I thought she was going to talk shit about me because the other day I caught 2 shiny Aaron in the same day.
Yeah.
I was like, what
Dude, you texted
I
me and then like...
I hate you guys with that shit.
A little later on in the day, you're like, oh, I caught another one. I'm like, are you serious?
I couldn't believe it. It was like, my shiny luck is not typical. Community days, all that stuff, I do well. But random shinies, I don't have many. I have a Swablu and, a Whalmer. The rest were from...
You got 2 Murkrows, bro.
Oh, yeah, I do have 2 Murkrows.
Like, what are you talking about?
Those are the only other ones that I've caught, like, in the wild. The rest were at, like, events, like, and I picked up at GoFest or during some kind of event. But the 2 Arons in one day, I was shocked. It was fantastic because I had one in from the past, which I brought up to Agron. So now I have one of each, which is exceptionally satisfying to my Pokedex needs, which is great. Now I just need lucky versions of those shinies. I ain't trading fucking shinies to try it. Fuck that.
I would trade
I'll go shiny for shiny.
Shiny for shiny. Yeah. I would do that.
Yep. All right, let's get into the news. Gifting. So there's been some changes to the gifting system. Stardust is now available as a reward. This is going to take the place of either some Pokeballs or a potion or something like that. But you can now get 100 to 300 Stardust in a gift, which is cool. I could always use more Stardust.
Yeah, because you consider, like a normal trade's 100 Stardust, so that pays for your trade right there.
Exactly. There you go. And, if you're accepting 20 gifts and let's say you get Stardust out of half of them, you have a good opportunity to pick up 1,000 to 3,000 Stardust, which is nice. 200 XP given to the sender of a gift, which is cool. So now if you're sending out, however many you could send out in a day, up to 200, if you have 200 friends, you could get a nice little payday here if you're running a lucky egg. A very interesting point of contention on the internet right now is
Creeper alert.
Dude, in the last update, they added a significant chunk of location data to gifts and postcards. So, Melissa,
not feeling it.
But you were saying, before the update, you're like, hey, I want more information on the postcard. I need the city and state, that kind of information on the postcard, because sometimes you could just get like a Starbucks and that's all it says. It doesn't give you any other data. Now that Starbucks will say Starbucks and the city and state, but then in true Niantic fashion, giving us a feature that no one asked for, you can now, if you scroll down on your postcards and click into the image, it says view in maps. And then you click on that and it either opens, Apple Maps or Google Maps and gives you exact GPS coordinates of where that Pokestop is. And this is the kind of data, this stuff is in Ingress, this is readily available. So in Ingress, there's a world map you can visit on their website in real time to check the status of, where these portals are located and, what team is controlling them. And you can see all this data that Niantic, gathers for you. So all this data is there, but now if you're friending strangers, like people that went out and just filled their friends list with people that, they don't know. And now you're sending them gifts from your local Pokestops, every single day. They can, without a doubt, triangulate like where you're at and what your habits are and where your routines are. It's like, oh man, every single day they go to this one Pokestop, and if someone wanted to be a total freaking creeper, they could
wait for you at that Pokestop.
Hell yeah.
For real.
Steal your phone.
Or if you happen to mention to someone, hey, this Pokestop is right across the street from my house.
You just say that once, and then it's like, oh, and then Melissa goes on, and she goes, oh, look when you put on satellite mode. So it's like, I totally was just looking at it in, regular Google Maps vision. And then like when you put the satellite mode on and we're looking at the Pokestop that's, right down the street from me, it's like, oh shit, like there's our house.
You know what I said to Ken? The first thing I said to Ken was, this is exactly why kids can't trade.
Yep, because that shit will not fly with Pokemon proper, and rightfully so.
Kids will never be able to trade.
Yeah, it's just too much. But so GoHub puts out this kind of gloom and doom article about this, saying like, hey everyone, safety first. And it's like, initially I was like, I don't give a shit. The people I'm trading with, I know. People are out of state, whatever, I'm not too concerned about it. But then the more and more I've talked about it and talked to other people about it, it's like, oh shit, this is kind of a little bit too Big Brother kind of giving this data out. Like, I know Niantic is gathering this data on me. They have that data, but now you're just kind of broadcasting that. So I don't know how I feel about this.
But in the same note, who's to say you're not traveling? And you're not just sending out postcards from where you're traveling from. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that is attached to you directly. And
but even still, though, like if you're traveling, let's say you go away for a week, you're really only going to get 1 week of those gifts that are going to be from that location. But you're home every single day of your life, when you're not traveling. So if you're constantly getting the same gift, like, I spin the stop that's at the corner of my house here. I spin that stop fucking 30 times a day because I'm in and out all the time, coming and going, leaving the house. Every time I leave or pull into my house, I'm spinning that stop because it's right at the corner. So it's like sometimes I'll look at my gifts and I have 10 in inventory and, and
they're all the same
Yeah,
thing.
Exactly. 5 of them will be from that location. And it's like, so I'm always sending that one out. And it's like, damn, now that I think about it, it's like every time I send this gift out, someone can look at my house. Now they can just look at my house on Google Maps and zoom in, and it's like, it is a little weird. I mean, I'm definitely of the mindset of social media quid pro quo. Yeah, sure. I want these services. I want these benefits in game. I want all this cool GPS based shit. I want great social media, and I'm willing to give up some of my data, my personal data, my habits, my behaviors in trade for those services. So it's like, I do think like, hey man, I get it. They need this data, but because they're sharing this data with other users, that's where I kind of think, I don't know how I feel about it.
Agreed.
But yeah, Melissa, you're definitely right on the no trading for kids, because that shit will just never fly. It will never fly.
No, it's just not safe.
But I'll link to the GoHub article. Let us know how you feel about this. Does it bother you? Does it scare you? Are you concerned? Are you using the feature? Like a lot of people don't even know about
honestly, it's unnecessary. It really is unnecessary. You just need the
location stamp.
The stamp. Yeah, the location stamp of like city and state is fine. You don't need the map.
Yeah.
You really
# keep trainers safe.
Yeah. Well, if they were going to develop this system, what they should have done is let us have a postcard, like a flip book, where I can save all my postcards from where I've received Pokestops from, or at least have a top 100. You know what I mean? Like give me 100 that I can save, and then when I reach that limit, I'd have to delete some to, accept new ones or something like that. That way you can like keep a collection of the coolest Pokestops, the coolest postcards you get. Obviously, you're not going to keep, someone's gravestone unless you're a freak, or, Starbucks or something, unless you like terrible coffee. But if I get it from I get it from Dick's or the Crotchless Clown, or something like that, I'm saving that shit, like Tangela Tonks, she sent a gift and she showed she sent an image of the map, and she was somewhere camping or something like that. And she was on a lake, and there was a little island in the middle of the lake, and there was a stop at the middle of the island. So the only way to get that stop was by boat. So that was a very special stop. I thought that was cool as hell. Like, I would have loved to save that one, into like some kind of scrapbook. That's how they should have developed it. But I don't know. Feature that no one asked for. I don't know who's using it. Let us know if you are, and what your feelings are on the whole privacy thing, because, it's definitely interesting that, they just kind of let this out and let this fly and didn't really bring it on the radar. People kind of found it by accident. It's weird. Friendship. Let's be friends with benefits. People should be People should be getting Ultra Friends now. So this is the tier that we've all been waiting for, the 30-day tier. So the friend system has been out for just over a month now, which is pretty awesome. Now that you hit Ultra Friends, this makes trading for new, shiny, and legendary Pokemon exceptionally realistic. Where before it would cost 1 million Stardust, or even with great friends, it was 800,000 Stardust. Now, Ultra Friends, 80,000 Stardust. Totally doable and reasonable. I've been waiting to trade shinies with friends to try to, get a better IVs, one for one. And, now it's not that bad. It's 80,000 is a decent pill to swallow, but I don't know. I have Carrie, you're my only Ultra Friend right now. I have one Ultra Friend.
Aww.
And I checked.
I thought I was your Ultra Friend.
No, you're not. And Melissa's I still have 3 days left. But
you literally sleep next to her. How do you not have her as your Ultra Friend?
Because she doesn't open fucking gifts. That's why.
I'm doing it right now, actually.
I know, right? No, actually, when we were in the car driving, we went to the Bronx Zoo today, which I could only play for about 2 seconds because my phone would not connect the entire time, so it sucked. I literally
Melissa's secretly back there like...
Dude, she had perfect service. She had perfect service in Bronx Zoo. I literally could not connect. I put 0.1K on my eggs. So that's how little my game was connected the whole day.
I didn't even play at all. I spun a couple stops.
But she's like, every time I would bitch about it, she'd be like, oh, look, whoop, perfect service. I'm right in. I'm like, fuck you. You suck. But anyway, Ultra Friends now. Now, this kind of opens a whole new door to a brand new meta. Now, I like nerding out and going into the metas. I know Melissa is blah, blah, blah with that shit. Adam's kind of on the fence here. But if you calculate the schedule for you to now this would take some proactivity of your people on your friends list, but when you click into a friend and you click the heart meter, it'll tell you exactly how many days, how many actions you need to reach the next level. So if I click on Melissa right now, it says interact with this person 3 more times to reach Ultra Friend status. So when you reach Ultra Friends with someone, it's a 50,000 XP payout. Like, that's legit. 100,000 with the lucky egg. So I can take a couple of my friends that I know I'm about to hit Ultra Friends with. I'll message them on Discord or something and say, hey, on this day, don't open a gift from me. Let me open your gift. And then you could run a lucky egg, and all the people that you have lined up to hit Ultra Friends, you do it all in one day, all in one shot. So that way you have a lucky egg running. And you could, like, let's say you become Ultra Friends with 4 players. So you have a half an hour to figure this all out when the lucky egg is running. But if you do 4 people, that would normally give you 200,000 XP. But with a lucky egg, 400,000 XP, that's like doing, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 evolution parties. That's going to take you 3-4 hours. Like, this could be done in like 4 minutes. This is exceptionally efficient. This is probably the most efficient way to grind XP in the game, is going to be managing this kind of friendship meta. So I was kind of nerding out over this, and I was like, oh shit, I have an opportunity to build a spreadsheet now and, line all my friends up and say, God, I'm going to do this so calculated that I'm going to be able to become Ultra Friends. And I looked at it, and I've got exactly. I've got about 10 to 15 people that I will hit Ultra Friends with between a 2 and 3 day window. So what I'm going to work on in the next couple days is bringing all those people up to one action, to the the 1 day away. And then I'm not going to send them any gifts, so that way they don't have the opportunity to throw it off for me by opening my gift and then maybe becoming Ultra Friends with them, on their terms. I want to do it all at once for me. So I'm going to calculate this whole shit out. I'm going to see if I can, in one lucky egg, how much XP I can gain off of this. Because, if I could do this with...
So, but in you doing that, aren't you playing everybody else out and getting the XP?
No, because they're still getting the XP.
No, they get it too, right?
They still get the XP.
But they don't get to use the lucky egg.
No, they don't get to use the lucky egg. But that's why I said you'll be in touch with them. Like, I'm going to let them know, like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Or not. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if people care about it that much. Like, there's plenty of times I'll be playing and then all of a sudden it'll just pop up, oh, here's 10,000 XP. You're now, great friends with somebody. It's like, oh, shit, that's cool. So it's always a nice little bonus. But if you could capitalize with a lucky egg, hell yeah. That's the shit.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, bitch. I'm going to do that.
All right, lucky Pokemon, that's a thing.
I love them.
How many do you guys got, and what ones do you have?
3.
I have, well, the first 3 trades that Melissa and I did were all lucky. So we did a Snorlax for Snorlax. Both got lucky Snorlax. Fucking awesome. Then she needed Ash Hat Pichu. So I traded her an Ash Hat Pichu, and she gave me a Santa Hat Pikachu, which I had. She gave me that back. Lucky. So that's like a double layer rarity, you know what I mean? Because it's lucky Pokemon and an event Pokemon. And then what did we trade for the last one? You gave me an Executor, and I forgot what I gave you.
I'm gonna look right now.
But so, and then I also got a Poliwrath and a Phoebus lucky. So I've got 5, I think, right now. They need to add the search functionality to let us search on lucky Pokemon. That's something they need to add. I
know. I just put lucky in front of all of the Pokemon, so I could just search for it myself.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
You can't search by lucky?
No, you type it in, like, you know how you type in shiny, it brings up all your shinies? Yeah, lucky isn't in there yet, but I'm sure that small quality of life stuff, that'll come soon.
So I have a lucky Piloswine, Politoed, Tauros, Golduck, Magcargo, Electivire, Jinx, Bulbasaur, Gloom, Rhyhorn, Magnemite, and Lickitung.
And you mean you mean Electabuzz? I know you're ready to evolve his ass to Electivire. That's why you said Electivire.
Yes, and it was like that was the first one that I did, and that was the first lucky Pokemon I got. But as soon as because I was like, if I can get this guy, and he's good, he's going straight to Electivire.
Yeah, the Phoebus I got I think was 93% when it landed for me, so that was cool.
Wigglytuff was the other one.
Oh, yeah,
Wigglytuff and Lax.
Nice. I was so psyched about the Snorlax.
I don't have to do another lucky trade. I'm done. I'm good.
And Friday night into Saturday morning, I was trading with my friend, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm trading, and that's when I got the Bulbasaur, and I just, quickly just, checking for the stats, because most of them that I've traded so far are just, battle the best of them, HP, attack, defense, whatever.
I don't speak instinct.
No, I know, exactly.
Oh my
right?
God.
So 15, attack, defense, whatever, or 15. So HP, attack, defense. I was like, whoa, oh, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, overtired, and I'm like, push it, appraise it. Tell me what it says. HP. Attack, defense. It's 100%.
Dude, that's
so dope.
So
100%
awesome.
starter.
A little too late because I don't have that frenzy plant.
That would have been cool. But just the fact that you got the converted 100% from a trade, that's awesome. But then the lucky thing is
on top of
it.
And the fact that it's a starter, I think, is just dope.
Hell yeah.
And so my thing is like, do I power it up? Do I evolve it? Do I leave it as a Bulbasaur? I don't know.
Leave it as Bulby.
I would leave it as Bulbasaur and power it up all the way. That way you're not investing a shit ton of Stardust, and it's still cool and different. And pretend that you asked the Bulbasaur if it wanted to evolve, and it was like, nah, yo, I want to
Think about that episode.
Exactly.
Think about that episode of Pikachu when he's in the hospital.
That's right. They wanted to evolve him with the Thunderstone, and he's like, I don't want to. But
I can't do this.
It was more like Pika. But yeah, I would power the hell out of that Bulbasaur, but leave it as Bulbasaur. I mean, if Venusaur was a more relevant attacker, I would run the Venusaur, but keeping it as Bulbasaur just because it's a starter, then that's cool. It's cool. Style points.
I agree.
That's definite style points.
All right. Well, I just powered it up like once or twice, and it landed at 420, but I already pushed power up again, so I was like, I could have left it at that.
Should have left it.
That'd be funny. But let's talk about trading a little bit. I really enjoy trading. Trading when we didn't have it, I really wanted it. Right now we have it, and I don't feel like I'm trading as much as I thought I would be trading. Now the card game. If I see someone that plays the card game and they come to my presence and they have cards, we're fucking trading, and I'm laying all the shit out. Like, I'm with Pokemon Go people all the time, and it just seems that we stay so focused on the grind and on the rating that we're not sitting around a table and doing trades and all that stuff. Like when we were at GoFest and we were at Goldie's and everyone's hanging out, drinking, having a good time, sitting around the table, everyone was trading because the pacing of what was going on was conducive to that, kind of social aspect. Every time I'm with Pokemon Go people, we're grinding and we're going from raid to raid, and we just don't have that time to, sit and go through them and unstar them and then trade. You know what I mean? It's just kind of weird. But so I feel like I really wanted it when I didn't have it. Now I have it, and I just don't think I'm utilizing it enough. Now, lucky Pokemon make me want to do it more, but fact of the matter is, I've still probably, on my trading medal, it's probably only like 20 or something like that. Like, I feel like I should be doing way more trading than I have. Like, I don't know.
I've only done 5 trades.
Yeah, see, that's cray. But Adam, you said you were trading. You probably traded for 30 freaking
Deli birds at one night.
No, but so like, I've traded with my brother, my coworker, her fiance, and another coworker of mine. But she hadn't played the game at all, so I pretty much just took advantage, and I was like, I'll take this first one that you've ever caught and this first one. And even that one, I only got like 2. And then I've traded with my mom.
See, but do you think that trading being limited to just proximity trades, do you think that takes away?
Yes. Yes, I would be doing way more trades if I could trade.
Like, I want to trade with
list.
you guys
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I really wish you guys were in the same room so I could trade with you.
Well, not even that. I wish I could just trade with you right now through the game.
Right.
Like, I wish I can click on my friends list and click on trade and click on your name.
And boom.
And
go right into it as if they were here.
Yeah, and have it send you a message saying, have a notification show up on your phone, Super Sweet Miss wants to trade.
Right.
And at that point, you can accept it or not.
Now, I think that when you hit best friends, like the 90-day mark, that's when it should open up to online trading. Because if you're selling Pokemon or spoof catching Pokemon for people or doing impersonation and whatever, all the shady shit that Niantic is kind of blocked by making it proximity based, I don't think that those people that are engaged in like black and gray market stuff are going to develop their friends list for 90 days with someone that wants to make a purchase of saying, hey, I want to buy that Mr. Mime or something like that. I don't know if they would put that commitment. Like, why not put this behind the 90-day friendship barrier? That would be fucking awesome. Because like Melissa was saying, then you can just click on your friends list. So if you're friends with them and you've developed that friendship, you deserve it, because that I would definitely 100% be doing way more trading if that was the case. But I mean,
yeah, because it means you put in the work.
Yeah, right. I'm not saying right out of the gate, like you'd have to do 90 days worth of work. I think that's fair. And of course,
do your due diligence.
Exactly. And I think it's still a deterrent to the gray and black market and the shitty people out there, because it's 90 days worth of development. I just don't think that the people would be in the long haul like that with someone they're trying to sell a Pokemon to, sell a trade off to, something like that. But food for thought. All right, it's time to talk about Gen 4. How long have I been talking about Gen 4? I don't know.
A long time.
6 months at least, saying, guys, it's time to start putting away those Magnemite candies. You really got to start thinking about this, because there is an absolute ton of Pokemon from Gens 1, 2, and 3 that evolve in Gen 4. And we're going to go through all those. We'll give a quick rundown, and there's a couple standouts in there. But there's a Reddit user that goes by the name Hidden Leaker. This is the person that leaked the original Water Festival over a year ago. That came true. He leaked one of the double XP events. That came true. So he hasn't posted, anything in a year, and drops this post on Reddit. I'll put the link in the description saying, hey, I've got an inside line. It's been a while, but I have credibility. There's going to be a Gen 4 evolution event, and all this shit's going to go down. So he lists all this stuff in bullet points. We'll talk about the key points here with this hidden leak event, thing. Again, put on the tinfoil hat, because this is, we don't have any indication of Gen 4 outside of that one image that Niantic put out that had Chimchar and, a couple of the starters floating around in it. But new evolution items coming to the game. There's a lot of Pokemon in Gen 4 that in the canon used items. There's also the Gen 3 Pokemon like Clamperl that used items, so maybe they bring those Gen 3 Pokemon post Gen 4 launch, who knows. Double XP for evolutions and spinning stops. Double XP for evolutions is fucking huge, because I still do evolution parties. In the Discord, Terry Wolf the other day is like, thank God I don't have to do evolution parties anymore. And he's, level 40 times 3. And it's like, I don't know if I'll ever stop. Like
I hate them so fucking much.
I know, but it gives you something to do when you're not out and about. Like, I want to play this game more. I want to play when I'm sitting, in bed or on the toilet or something. I want something to do. And it's like the Evolution Party gives you something to do. It makes your downtime practical. It makes your downtime
Yeah, but
efficient.
I just transfer everything.
That's like Melissa.
I praise it and transfer.
That's what I've been doing. That's exactly what I've been doing.
I caught like 7 Rattatas, and I was like, Ken would be upset if I just transferred these, so let me just evolve them real quick.
Oh,
so I evolved all 7
but
of them.
But you evolved them. But were you?
And then I deleted them.
But were you running the Lucky Egg?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't have any Pokecoins. I literally, dude, I've been putting my Pokemon in gyms, and it's like they get knocked out like within like the first 40 minutes. So it's like, oh, Wussy returned,
2 coins,
earned 12 coins. Like,
hey,
so
man.
I'm sitting here like I could have had 50 today, but nope, I got 12.
No, that's Still coins. No, but
you know how many coins I got today?
0.
How many Pokemon do you have in gyms? 0.
Exactly.
That's not true. I had put Pokemon in gyms. I actually did a raid all by myself the other day.
She did.
Was it a level 1, Melissa?
I call her. I'm at work.
It was.
I call her, and she's like, I'm about to do a raid. I got to call you back. Click. I was like, oh, shit. I gladly accept that hang up.
Because I was trying to get that shiny.
Yeah, it was a Meditite, right?
Mm-hmm. It was not shiny.
It was not.
Dude, I lost Machamp because of my brother. He called me right in the middle of it, and it's like Machamp with the stuff I have. I'm like, I can't solo this without having like 100% every tap, every charge, move, attack counts.
Yeah, I did a Machamp in Partly Cloudy the other day and was able to do it, and I took a screenshot. Like the purple, little lights when you beat them, the little lines that go above it when it starts shrinking. The screenshot, you see that purple stuff, and it says 0 seconds. I literally did it at 0 seconds left. I finished it. But back to this leak, the storage item thing, the 2,000 increase to your Pokemon storage, that's when this is supposedly going to be coming. It would definitely make sense that when new Pokemon are released, that they would pair the increase in storage to that. I can't fucking wait for this. I need this so bad. I'm steady at 1,500. It's the most annoying thing ever, especially now that they're saying, hey, there could potentially be an evolution event, double XP for evolutions. I don't want to do shit. I want to hold on to everything now so that way I can purge it all when the double XP is happening. Some new quests and some other things were kind of floating around with this leak, but take it with a grain of salt. Put on your tinfoil hat. I just think of the Weird Al meme when he's got the aluminum foil hat on from one of the parody videos. But this could be big. This could be big because if they make an event out of it, you know that the spawn rates are going to be crazy. Oh, I think they said that the starter Pokemon may not be the initial wave. So we don't know like what will be the first batch of Gen 4 Pokemon, but potentially it could be the evolved version of the Gen 1 through 3. So that way the first Pokemon they give us are Pokemon evolutions. So I don't know how it's going to roll out. That would be kind of cool, but it may throw off kind of the rollout of the whole generation at large. But because there's just so many freaking evolutions. Let's get into this already.
Yeah, Melissa, let's talk about this.
God.
So let's leave Ken on the bench here. Okay?
Adam and Melissa are gonna run through the evolutions here. Now these are Pokemon from Gen 1 through 3 that evolve in Gen 4. So these are the ones that you need to save your candy for. And, no one's going to really want to spend rare candy on evolving Tangela into Tangrowth. You know what I mean? That doesn't seem like a good use of rare candy. So you want to make sure that you're aware of this list. So if you're getting candy for these Pokemon, you can just sit on it till Gen 4. So take it away.
Yeah, I've already got 4 of these Lucky right here in this list.
Oh, God.
I got a Lucky Magnemite, which evolves into Magneton, which in Gen 4 evolves into Magnezone. I have a Lucky Lickitung, which evolves into Licky Licky.
Best
then
name
I also got a Rhyhorn, which evolves into Rhydon, which in Gen 4 evolves into Rhyperior, which is sick. And then we've got Tangela, who evolves into Tangrowth. Electabuzz, who evolves into Electivire. Magmar for Magmortar. And then you've got the 2 new evolutions, Leafeon and Glaceon. And they could be in like sunny weather for Leafeon, snowy weather for Glaceon.
Can you imagine living in California and then being like, I want a Glaceon? It's like when, you know what I mean? Like they'd have to do it like Castform where fog, that would count in fog too.
Porygon 2, it evolves into Porygon Z. Togetic evolves into Togekiss. All right, Melissa, you do the rest.
And now here's where I butcher all their names.
But don't get hung up on them. Just keep it moving.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah, that's the best part.
So, Apom evolves into Abipom.
Keep going.
Yanma evolves into Yanmega. Murkrow evolves to Honchkrow. Mischievous. I hate you so much. You give me all the hard ones. Turns into Miss Magias.
Damn you gave him the easy ones.
Gilcross. Sneasel turns into Weevil. Pilswine? I always call him Piggy. Turns into Mamoswine. Curlia turns into Galad.
Plug it in.
Nosepass turns into Probopass. Dusclops into Dusk Noir.
Yeah.
Snorunt into Frostla, and Roselia into Roserade.
Very good. Yay. Golf claps, everyone. Golf claps.
Okay. How hard are you guys laughing and peeing in your pants? I hope it's pretty hard.
No, so the standouts here are going to be, like Adam said, the 2 new evolutions. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do that. The name thing doesn't really correlate because there was multiple trainers through the anime that had Leafeon and Glaceon. So who knows if the evolution items are going to come into play for this, or if the evolution items would be retro to the original ones. Like, if they came out with all the evolution stones, and that way you had full control over evolving Eevee to whatever you want at any point, that'd be fucking great. And then Kirlia evolves into Glade, but only when it's male, and Snorunt evolves to Frostlass only when it's female. So it'll be weird to see what they do where, right now, if you have a male or female Ralts, you can evolve it to Kirlia and then up to Gardevoir. So it doesn't matter if it's male or female. So I wonder if they'll have sex changes when this new rule comes out, where all the Gardevoirs will become female. You know what I mean?
Or does that mean the male Gardevoirs are even more rare?
Like legacy, it's a legacy gender. That'd be, hey, how else would they do it? You know what I mean? Would they have to? I don't know how else they could do that.
That's actually funny.
Yeah, well, they're either gonna have to give everyone a sex change, or it'll be a legacy gender. So either way, it's cool. So it's really important that we start paying attention to our Gen 1 through 3 Pokemon that evolve in Gen 4. Start saving these candy. Now that I'm looking at this list, I'm so stupid, and I think I had Dusclops candy, and when I was doing an evolution party, I think I evolved a couple oh man, I don't know if I did. I don't know if I saved my candy. See, heed my own advice. Well, I'm telling you, when you're on that grind, it's hard, yo. You get that. You see those evolutions.
And you know what you were also worried about, because you do so many evolution parties, was that you weren't going to have any old Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because you're always grinding them out.
Yeah. Well, I still had a
meat grinder.
I had a decent
no
amount
love.
of 2016.
Get out. I don't like you.
Well, hey, if they gave me PC storage, cloud storage for my Pokemon, it'd be great.
No, but then you'd be a hoarder.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Give me the Pokemon Go version of Pokemon Bank. I'll pay you the $5 a year, and just let me, have 10,000 Pokemon storage.
Give me that cloud
in the
storage.
cloud. Hell yeah, that'd be freaking awesome.
And you're let me just take 24 hours to do a Rattata evolution party.
Yes. Oh, it's so satisfying. All right, finally, before we get into our battle party for the day, let's talk about this Raikou field research breakthrough. This is going to be for the whole month of August. If you time it right, you can get 5. And the minimum CP is going to be 1254. Maximum 100% CP, remember, this is going to be level 15, is 1435. So 1435 is the magic number that you want to look for 100%. You got to remember that research breakthrough Pokemon are not affected by current weather. So there'll never be a boosted 100%, whatever. You just have to worry about that 1435. Now, we saw the legendary birds go through the rotation. Then they went to Snorlax. Then they went to Raikou. So where does Snorlax really fit into this mix? Now, I'm not mad at Snorlax. I loved it. I think it's great. I was happy because Melissa was happy. But they had 3 legendary Pokemon, then to Snorlax, and now I would imagine, with Raikou, they're going to go through the beasts. So does this make sense? Why did they pick Snorlax? I don't get it.
Because he's the best. That's why.
I feel like they might do
Lapras.
Why. After the dogs.
Ooh.
Oh, but go through the dogs and then bring
give us
Lapras?
the legacy move for Lapras.
Oh,
it makes sense.
See now, if that's the thing. We'd have to wait a couple months to see if they follow a pattern. They screwed us up with Community Day pattern. Everyone was like, "Oh yeah, this is exactly how it's happening." Or they're rotating starters, then they're rotating 10K, hatches, and then Eevee comes out of left field, and it's like, all right, well maybe they're not following that pattern anymore. So it's like Niantic always has a trick up their sleeve. They got to stay, ahead of us somehow, but
they do, because we're always so freaking, they're picky and annoyed and salty.
No, but we're always, getting our
greedy.
Hands dirty in the data mines.
More.
And it's funny when we were talking about last week that the wave of bans that went out. So they put a big post out that kind of dictated the behaviors and expectations of their warning system and all this stuff. They're really getting serious about it. But they do make note in this ban wave press release that game file manipulation is against the terms of service. So data mining is actually against the terms of service. So it's like, I feel a little weird because I'm always, trying to stand on top and put a flag in the ground and say terms of service, and it's like, but we talk about fucking data mines every episode. It's like,
you talk about data mines.
Right. I'm starting to see this more and more with YouTubers where even Trainer Tips, who again is a champion of, doing things the right way, will use POKéMON, will use Pokestop and gym maps that are online that gathered that data by scraping the game. So it's like, did they get that with bots? How'd they get all this map data? So it's just becoming more and more gray, and it's really pointing a finger at Niantic and saying the community is demanding a certain level of information, and we really want to get it from you, get it from the source. It doesn't necessarily have to be from a third party. So it's very interesting, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But all right, let's get into this battle party here. What is it? What? This what? It's a battle party. Ooh, ooh,
battle party.
Oh my god, that was probably the worst one.
Anyway, we're going to do an Alolan Marowak raid guide and battle party today. I still have not seen an Alolan Marowak raid. Melissa's laughing because I couldn't say the word Marowak 5 times, and she's laughing at me. She would have. Marowak. Just let me edit it. It's fine. Marowak. You can't say refrigerator.
So?
See?
Refrigerator.
Frost Rotom?
So Marowak is actually Alolan Marowak has a cool typing. It's Fire Ghost. This is not very common. Tier 4 raid boss, 20,190 CP. People were originally expecting this to be a duoable raid boss. It is not. Now that Ultra Friends are in play, maybe we start to see, some of the elite players that have, 100% stacked battle parties, built out. Maybe we start to see them being able to duo this with the right weather condition and Ultra Friends. Maybe. I don't know. Jay, MPitts, Terry,
someone.
You guys, you got to see if you could pull this off with duoing it. But there's a couple move sets that Marowak can get. The toughest one being Rock Smash and Shadow Ball. So you got to look out for the Fighting Ghost combo, which is interesting because it's a Fire Ghost Pokemon. But the move sets it can get are Rock Smash and Hex for fast moves, Shadow Ball, Bone Club, and Fire Blast for the fast moves. It has no double weakness. So typically when there's a dual type Pokemon, you can find some overlapping of effective damage. So that when you get the full super effective 2 times damage multiplier. But with Alolan Marowak, there's no double weakness. So the best you're going to get is, it still says super effective in the game, but it's really the 1.5 version of being super effective. It's weak to water, rock, ground, ghost, and dark. Exceptionally diverse weaknesses, especially with the rock ground combo, because there's a lot of rock ground Pokemon that can learn either moveset. So you're going to be able to save on some TMs because there's a good chance, if you've got a Tyranitar, it's it could have rock moves. Either one you use is going to work. So it really doesn't, a lot of the parties that we've built in the past, I've had to use TMs. And it's I don't mind because I have some to blow right now, but, sometimes I'll be in a shortage for charged TMs. And I just, I'm oh yeah, I really want to bring this Pokemon. I want to bring this Kyogre. And it's it has fucking Thunder Shock. It's I need a water move, and it's I can't do it. But here you could probably save on that. The best counters, Kyogre, Gyarados, Vaporeon. Those are going to be the 3 best water attackers. Now, right before looking at this, before we recorded, I was man, we typically don't see Vaporeon listed here. And it's is Suicune really that shitty that Vaporeon outclasses it in this instance. And it's like, yeah, Suicune is weak. It's crazy that it's not on this list. But Kyogre, Gyarados, Vaporeon are going to be your water attackers. Golem with rock or ground moves is good. Groudon, Rhydon. I still don't have a good Rhydon. Gengar and Mewtwo with Ghost Move. So there's a lot of diversity here. Budget counters can be Melodic, Omastar, Alolan Golem, Banette, Starmie. So there's a huge lineup of Pokemon that you could use here. And then ultimately with all these diverse typings, weather is going to screw everything up. So really, depending on the weather is going to dictate what you should use. But I'm pretty much saying you can't go wrong with a bunch of Kyogre and Gyarados just because they're DPS machines. So they'll benefit from the rain, but even if it's not raining, they're still going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring this, and I originally just had Pokemon names listed, and then I read what Adam is bringing, and I had to add percentages to mine. But I'm going to be bringing my 100% Kyogre. I could really stop there. But I have a 93% Gyarados, a 98% Groudon, a 93% Gengar, and these all have perfect attack. The Gengar I love. I have had this Pokemon forever, and I don't use it enough. Like sometimes it'll come up in Tyranitar gym battles or something, and it just doesn't perform. So if I, give me the opportunity to use this thing, I'm going to do it. I have a 98% Tyranitar that has dark moves, and 98% Houndoom. So Kyogre, Gyarados, Groudon, Gengar, Titar, and Houndoom. I definitely want that Houndoom to put in some work. So I got some diversity here, but Adam, let's hear it.
All right, so these first 5 are all 100%.
Yeah.
Omastar, Vaporeon, Gyarados, Golem, Rhydon, and then to end the party, I'm going to have my 98% Tyranitar, and he has Bite and Stone Edge.
Okay, well,
but
you still get a spread, yeah.
Dark, right? Yeah.
And Melissa, what are you bringing? And don't say 6 Snorlax.
Just one.
It's no fun. No, I'm bringing a bunch of random shit. I'm going to bring Gengar and my Titar and my Alolan Muck, because, why not? And my Gyarados and a Groudon and a Rhydon.
All right.
That's what I'm bringing. I don't know what their percentages are. Don't ask me.
No, don't worry about it, because this is still a good mix. See, this is cool. I like when Pokemon have a large pool of weaknesses, because then you get these nice diverse parties. None of us are using redundant Pokemon, so none of us have more than one of the same Pokemon in our party. We do have some overlapping with Gyarados and Titar and stuff like that, and Gengar. But Alolan Muck with dark moves, hell yeah, that's really cool. Rhydon, if I had a good one, I would use it. So this is cool. This is a cool blend. So let us know what you guys use out there to take down Alolan Marowak. If you're an elite player, let us know if you can duo this thing with the right conditions, and make note of all that stuff. Yeah, and send us some screenshots. Tag us on Twitter. Send us screenshots of your battle party, and we can discuss on how it went for you, because I need to find one of these things first. That's the first thing I got to do. Yeah. I got to find one to do.
See one in real life,
and then I'll put this party together. And this should be a pretty easy 3-person raid. If you have a spec'd out party, or at least go super effective, and you have 3 people, this should not be a problem. It's going to be that duo that'll be the a solid challenge. But that's pretty much going to wrap up today's show. You guys got anything else?
No, just keep trading. Get some lucky Pokemon.
Yeah.
We're up all night to get lucky.
Well, look, no, this is a good pro tip here. Start trading the Pokemon that evolve in Gen 4. Because you're going to be evolving them, and that you're going to want to power them up, especially if it's like Rhyperior or something like that that's going to be relevant. So start trading that stuff now. Maybe you get some good IVs, and then you could use that to, upgrade your Gen 4, roster right away. So get on that.
Pro tip.
But that's pretty much going to wrap up the show. Thanks so much for checking us out. Be sure to check out luredup.com. Everything that we do makes its way up there. You check out our blog. Also, you can see our full format Pokemon show. Gotta watch them all. Adam and I do that, where we talk about Pokemon in all its forms, the TCG, the video games, Pokemon Quest, handheld game, all types of different Pokemon stuff. And then we follow up all that news with a watch along with a Pokemon the Series anime episode, starting back at episode 1. And the next episode will be episode 52. that we record. So
yeah, the last one on Netflix.
Yeah, so we're getting through them. So definitely check that out if you're into Pokemon outside of Pokemon Go, or you want to just open your horizons, broaden.
Or if you just
Pokemon.
want to hear more of our voices.
Yes,
which isn't a bad thing.
No. Email us info@luredup.com. We are Gotta Watch Them All pretty much on all social media. Definitely connect with us. And Adam, where can they find you online?
You can find me at PhoenixBack45.
And Melissa, for $1, they can find you where?
On the internet channel in our Discord.
And I'm Proud Gamer Tweet, and I don't check that anymore. It's just at me. Gotta Watch Them All stuff. But that's going to pretty much wrap up the show. Thanks again for everyone checking us out. If you made it this far, we appreciate it. Leave us a review on iTunes. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.